Hi Peaches gang, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? Oh my god, I'm so excited about this project. I'm not even saying my cue right. Really an important project, another important project that I want to put out there to the world. Hata nimeshapaka hata lipstick nini kuna kajuice pale. So we're celebrating women. We respect the women, their socio-economic cultures and all their political errands. You know, there are so many women who are bringing it on and making change in the society, and we are here to respect that and to appreciate that. So I made a slight clip, you know, after this, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Plus I also want to add up something more about myself. And okay, first of all, watch this. This is really good. But then also get something from it. If you're a young girl who's like in your adolescent stage, you can get something from it. I always want to put out something with intention for you guys, even for the males who are watching, to also inspire your children who are women, who are girls, you know, or your wives who are maybe not seeing themselves as really powerful or important anymore. You can spark their light, you can spark something in them so that they can be the best women they can be. Okay, so yeah, let's get to it.
Thank you so much for supporting me through my roller coaster journey, because this shit ain't easy. This award is dedicated to all of the game changers, the brave ones who took major risks, the soon-to-be brave ones who will also take the same risk, the fighters who go to battle even when they do so alone, and the disruptive innovators who bet on themselves when no one else would. Look, they can doubt us, but one thing that they can't do is ignore us. It truly can be uncomfortable. It truly can be an uncomfortable position to be in, but I would rather keep changing the weather than report it, okay? I know that's right.
Damsel, I'm in distress. I can handle this. Have a nice day.
Did I step on your moment?
To power, so am I.
I will give this wretched world the queen it deserves.
Started out at IBM in 1981 as a mere systems engineer. 30 years later, IBM announced her as their first ever female president.
I like to say digital is not a destination, it's a foundation.
As chairwoman, president, and CEO of IBM, she's in charge of one of America's most important companies, Bel dos Santos.
Well, as a young person, undoubtedly the key thing is knowledge. You really have to learn.
Park Geun-hye, currently the first ever female to be elected president of South Korea and its first female head of state.
When the lives of its people are improved, it comes when people are free to pursue their happiness.
Current president of the Indian National Congress Party and chairperson of the United Progressive Alliance.
Must have the courage to confront these social evils and fight against them.
Don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants to be us.
Aren't you funny? Don't you know that a man being rich is like a girl being pretty? You might not marry a girl just because she's pretty, but my goodness, doesn't it help?
Boy, the same way you mistreat my people. You speak of justice, yet you are cruel to those most in need of your help.
Silence!
Justice!
My name is Jessica Davis, and I'm a survivor.
The future. And my people are free. My people are free!
Yes, all men must die, but we are not men.
They hear the bell for the last time. What is going to happen now? Chariot stretching out.
and 3.
Sure, you're ready for the world to see you as you really are?
Are you? You have absolutely no right to ever mention my daughter's name because you are the one who killed her father.
Laws that made it illegal for blacks and whites to be buried in the same cemetery. They categorize people into quadroons and octoroons. They punish a black person for seeking medical attention in a white hospital. Some may claim that slavery has ended. But tell that to the inmates who are kept in cages and told that they don't have any rights at all. People like my client Nathaniel Leahy and millions of people like him who are relegated to a subclass of human existence in our prisons. There is no alternative to justice in this case. There is no other option. To decide against my plaintiff is to choose lining the pockets of prison owners over providing basic defense for the people who live in them. And is that the America that this court really wants to live in?
I'm glad the Army makes you feel like a man, because I'm sick of trying to do it.
There is a ray of hope in the fight against cervical cancer. Scientists now say that a single dose of human papillomavirus vaccine is enough to protect women instead of the previously required double or triple dose. This will mean improved cost-effectiveness of the vaccine and hope for availability to many more in a push to eliminate cervical cancer globally. NTV Science and Health reporter Eunice Omolo spoke to the all-female science team that shared their journey to this breakthrough.
The 3 out of the 5 all-women-led research team are elated to talk about the journey to discovering the effectiveness of a single-dose vaccine against the human papillomavirus in comparison to 2 or 3 doses, according to the recommendation.
I mean, it's only now when we're disseminating results, we're like, hold on a minute, we did it.
Doctors Marisiana Onono, Elizabeth Bukusi, Nelly Mugo from the Kenya Medical Research Institute, and South African Ruane Barnabas from University of Washington are the principal investigators behind the randomized control trial of 2,275 women in Kenya.
It took me a while actually to even reflect on it very recently, and I was like, good Lord, it's us, 5 amazing African women who've done this study, conceptualized it, implemented, delivered it to extremely high fidelity.
The study was conducted in 4 clinical sites, namely Thika, Kisumu, Mombasa, and Nairobi.
So what we were testing to see is that is a single dose the same as or non-inferior to the 2 doses, So when we measured our girls, our effectiveness was actually about 97.5.
This news could greatly hasten the pace of vaccinations and bring renewed energy to fight the cervical cancer. It is recommended that girls aged 9 to 14 to be vaccinated in doses of 2 of the HPV vaccine, while 15 to 26 receive 3 doses of the vaccine. World Health Organization targets to reach its goal to have 90% of 15-year-old girls vaccinated against HPV by 2030.
The UK just published data that they vaccinated all their women up to age 22, and they're smiling about it. Rwanda initiated a vaccine program in schools, and they did a catch-up to their Form 3 girls. And they've gone back and done, you can test for HPV even in urine. They're not seeing any HPV in the vaccinated population.
The single-dose vaccine will simplify logistics.
Our hope is that in the introduction of a single-dose vaccine, you're able to reach more, because the challenge with the HPV vaccine was, first of all, accessibility, and then finishing of the second doses. Even in Kenya right now, we've rolled out, already the uptake is very low, but then when you even look at the second dose, it's much, much lower. It's difficult to bring in a boy child or a man at that particular time when you're even struggling with the basics.
The greatest outcome we could get out of this is if girls and women get vaccinated. That for me will be the reality that counts. It will not be that they talk about us. It's the outcome in actually saving lives.
I don't belong to people.
Of course they do.
I'm not gonna let anyone put me in a cage.
So don't sit there and tell me that marriage isn't an economic proposition, because it is. It may not be for you, but it most certainly is for me.
I have nothing to prove to you.
I too can command
will strip Spain bare if you dare to try me!